What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. So just 2 days back we got iOS 14 public beta from Apple, and here are all the features that are new to the update and what we think of them. So let's dig right into it. Starting off with the flagship features, the best and the most noticeable feature was the widgets. Now Apple enables you to add widgets to your home screen, and that is not a new feature when it comes to mobile devices, but when it comes to Apple it's like quite unique. Let's assume it is. And the best feature about the widgets is you can have something called the smart stack, which you can just stack up couple of widgets on top of each other as long as they are of the same size, and they will like shuffle up according to the time of the day, and your phone will do all the machine learning and give you the widget that you need at that time of the day. It actually does it with the Siri suggestions in your Spotlight on iPhone or any iOS device typically, and they're gonna do it with widgets, and it's pretty cool to have that feature. And smart widgets is like something that they borrowed from Android, but still it is a lot more restrictive than it should have been. The location is still kind of Apple. So that. Moving on from widgets, we had the app gallery. Like for me personally, app gallery is like the best feature that they got in the iOS 14, because I am like when you have a ton of apps, and I use Spotlight instead of finding the application on the home screen, and now they just categorize them according to the folder, made them into folders according to the category, so you no longer have to find the applications. You can just go to app library and just disable the home screen, just have one home screen where you have all the applications you need, and just send all the other you don't require in the app gallery. It's like kind of a menu, but a lot more organized and automatically, so that it's really easy now. And obviously the app gallery can be searched through, and it just organizes how your iPhone looks. So moving on from app gallery, then we have what's been a feature in Android for a long time. It's not something I personally use so much, but it's a really good feature for people who are more into consumption of media on phone and mobile devices. The picture-in-picture mode. Now you can just if you're watching some video, you can put it in picture and do some other things you are doing, and the video will keep on playing in the background or on the home screen on the front while you do other tasks. And then we move to a rival to Google's one of the most accessible applications that Google has, that is Google Translate. For Apple, they actually did a pretty good job at it. The Translate app is pretty good when it's used. It's immediate, it doesn't take much time, it's automatic. They have automatic feature. You talk, it will detect the language you are speaking and convert it back to English or whatever your language you have configured. It will detect the language you are speaking in and convert it into the other one. So it's pretty good, but it's still limited. And obviously in India we have 26 languages, and doing that is not gonna be so easy for Apple, and obviously it's not even so good in Google, so I'm not expecting anything from Apple. After that, we had Apple Maps. Apple is changing the maps. They have been trying to make it work for last decade, I guess, since the iPhone came out and they introduced Apple Maps. They have been trying to make it as good as Google, but it's just not cut, at least for Indian roads and societies. It's just not cut. So Apple Map is getting better, but still not good for Indian market. So moving on, then we come to one of my second best favorite features what we have in the iOS 14, and that's what Apple calls is compact UI. And the best feature out of it is the compact UI for the calls. Now you don't have they don't take up the full screen. It's just top bar. It's from the Android. Obviously, it's been Android from the start, but it's been a missing feature in iOS. Like from the starting, it's been missed. It has been missed whenever I got some calls that weren't something I wanted to take on. And now you can just swipe up and let them be. They will just go in the background, or you can just silence them or whatever. Moving on, then that compact UI also includes a new Siri. So now Siri doesn't take up the entire screen as well. It's just a round circle in the bottom, and that's just it. And also the results appear like in a banner kind of view. You can just see the result and swipe it up, and you don't need to worry about it. It's actually better maybe than the Google Assistant, because Google Assistant also takes up a whole screen when it gives you the answers, but obviously Google Assistant is far more advanced when it comes to searching the results, and it's a lot faster. But obviously Siri is getting there, maybe we'll get it soon. So moving on from the flagship features, we have some of the minor or hidden features that Apple doesn't highlight. So coming up for the first thing that is for your privacy is that whenever an application is using your microphone or camera in the background, your iPhone will have a tiny dot in the top right corner of the screen. It's orange if some application is using your microphone, or it's green if it's using your camera in the background, and it will tell you if some application is using them in the background. So it's safe. Then we have what's really being appreciated by a lot of users online is double tap and triple tap on the back. So what it does is, in iPhone 10 and above, you can set shortcuts on if you tap on the back of the iPhone. We can't test it right now because we don't have iOS 14 on our main iPhone 10, and it's on iOS 6s, and this feature is not applicable or doesn't work for it. And please don't install iOS 14 on your main device. Take a separate or waste device what you have lying around, or just wait for the official release. Then we have something that I personally had wanted in my iPhone for a long time. I don't know if you did. It's what's called a mirror your front camera thing, and when you capture something in your front camera, it is generally reversed or mirrored, and it's not the actual picture you want. So now Apple enables you to toggle that thing in this camera settings, and the picture is just mirrored and you get the original thing. This has been a feature for a long time in Android, and now it's finally in Apple. And finally, Apple added that search functionality in the emoji keyboard, so you can just search it up and use that emoji. So one of the most innovative features that we saw at WWDC was how they have integrated AirPods and iOS 14. Now it seamlessly detects what you're using and connects to that device. If you connected your AirPods to iPhone and you stopped using it and kept it aside and picked up your iPad, your AirPods will directly connect to your iPad and start receiving audio from that without you doing anything. And that goes also for your Mac and the MacBook Air or whatever Apple device. It will detect and connect to that. So that's all for iOS 14 features and what we think of it. iOS 14 is kind of a big upgrade for iOS, and we look forward how we progress or how it gets better with time. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, hit that bell icon so next time we don't have to tell you, or you'll get a notification automatically. And don't forget to follow us on other social media handles. We are on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and we'll drop down all the links in the description, and join us on our Discord server. You'll love the community there. You can ask us whatever you want, whenever you want, and we'll be there. Thanks a lot. See you on the next one. Moving on from this feature, we have another what we call is I Forgot. I Forgot is a really good feature. You have to just cut and record again. You can add smart stacks or ये फिर से करना पड़ेगा. This thing is too. Then we have भूल गया. Moving on, then we have what we okay.